Welcome back to the channel, folks, and buckle up because today's courtroom drama is packed with twists. We've got Crystal Dogan facing charges tied to theft, probation deals, and a mountain of prior convictions. But here's the kicker. Despite a plea agreement already on the table, this judge isn't convinced. What happens when a defendant with pages of criminal history tries to claim a future in nursing school? And what shocking courtroom explosion leads to a raised bond? Stick around, because this one spirals fast.
Good morning. Good morning. Are you Crystal Dogan? And Ms. Bogan was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to theft of property, a state jail felony. That agreement was for a 4-year deferred probation with a $1,000 fine as well as restitution in the amount of $9,400. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have y'all all had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, yeah.
And any additions or corrections or?
There's a lot of history, we understand, but discussed it with counsel also about restitution.
Speak up, I'm sorry.
I just want to make sure the report on the restitution, most of the main issue we're looking at, get some of that money back.
I've got.
Did you catch that? The judge just dropped the bomb. 3 1/4 pages of criminal history. Not dismissed charges either. We're talking 14 felonies plus misdemeanors. This isn't just a slip-up. This is a pattern. And here's where courtroom reality kicks in. When you come in with this kind of history, judges weigh whether probation is a fair deal. Audience question: do you think prior crimes should always tip the scales against a plea bargain, or should each case stand alone?
I've got 1, 2, 3 1/4 pages of criminal history. Oh. Well, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't dismissed. There were 14 felonies that weren't dismissed. At least 4 or 5 misdemeanors that weren't dismissed. I understand the restitution, and y'all know my position on that already this morning, but she's on probation right now in Sutton County, correct?
Yes.
Right. So do they know about this case? And what has happened over there, if anything?
I'm continuing on the credit.
Crystal claims she was set to start nursing school in September, but pause right here. With this type of criminal record, is that even realistic? Healthcare jobs require strict background checks, and repeated fraud and theft charges are serious red flags. The judge is practically incredulous, asking outright if she thinks this career path is possible. Hypocrisy or hopeful denial? What do you think is Crystal clinging to an impossible dream? Or should people with a record be given second chances in sensitive fields like healthcare?
I can't understand you.
I'm supposed to start nursing school.
When?
I was actually supposed to start in September, but I had to wait to see.
Are you really going to be able to go to nursing school with this type of criminal history?
Usually that haven't been to get to that way. I'm a CNA now.
Where do you live now? Another issue.
Now it gets messy. The restitution numbers don't add up. $9,400 versus $10,000. Cash app transfers, bank transactions, and Crystal tries to blame the other person involved. But legally, joint liability means both are responsible. This is classic courtroom tension, when one defendant points fingers at a mysterious partner. But the record shows withdrawals in her name. The judge is crystal clear. If you acted together, you're both accountable. Audience question: should someone get off lighter if they weren't the one physically making the withdrawals?
Another issue that I see on here also is the restitution, because it shows $9,400, but then it also, that was from inside the bank, and then it shows $500 from an ATM and $100 from a cash app, totaling $10,000, not $9,400. Is that correct?
And that would have been added on, I guess, I think, for me.
Well, it says $500 was withdrawn from an ATM outside the bank. Is that right? You know better than anybody.
I only went into accessing the car.
Okay. So possibly the other person that was involved did that?
Only thing we knew about
That was,
100 that gets in the bank.
I wasn't aware, Your Honor, when we did it and got when I got the PSIs, I was in the cash route. But if it was a withdrawal, then that would be her responsibility, joint and several.
Right, it says, so
That's what.
the contact from Do Good said that the defendant withdrew the entire loan amount of $10,000, 94 from inside the bank, 500 from an ATM, and 100 from a Cash App transaction. It doesn't matter if you did it or if the other person that you were with did it. Y'all were working together. So
Here's the turning point. The judge flat out rejects the plea agreement. Why? Because 14 prior felonies, plus smuggling charges in another county, make deferred probation impossible to justify. Crystal tries to minimize her record, saying she has 3 here and 3 back, but the judge fires back with receipts. Multiple forgery cases, thefts, and probation violations across 2 states. It's a staggering rap sheet. This is where the courtroom flips. Instead of probation, her case is reset for trial, and you can feel the weight drop on her shoulders.
So you're both, and what's the other status of the?
I don't have the status of another person, Your Honor. She's one that was charged. But not the person on there. But
Okay.
she was responsible.
Yeah. So I mean, if there was another person, and you didn't give that information, then that's okay. Apparently the cops didn't either. So
She went in the bank. She was in
and hold on. So the probations in Sutton County, have they been transferred to Harris County? So you're going in person in Harris County. Okay, and so it's the state's position to go forward with the agreement?
I understand the court's concern. The state has the same. Like I said, our initial deal was to get some of the money back on our victim. However, we understand.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Bogan. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Can y'all hold it down over there, please? I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. I just don't know. I just can't believe
Here
it.
comes the meltdown. Crystal lashes out at her lawyer, cursing him in open court. Big mistake. Judges do not tolerate disrespect in the courtroom, especially toward counsel who's been fighting for a deal. The result? Her bond gets raised to $25,000 on the spot. Think about that. One angry outburst, and she's suddenly facing weeks in custody before trial. It's a harsh but predictable lesson attitude in court can make or break your outcome. Question for you. Was the judge too harsh here, or did Crystal dig her own
I just don't
hole?
know. I just can't believe I'm even considering doing this, honestly.
Excuse me, Judge.
I'm not. I can't. There's no way. It has to be straight probation, and I realize that that's going to potentially have some issues, but I can't with 14 prior felony offenses, same type of thing. So
Hello?
you do.
No, I know.
Okay. How many do you think you have?
I have 3 here and 3 back.
Okay, you have lots of them that were at the same time for different offenses. Yeah, you did probations for them. Forgery of a financial instrument. Don't talk over me. March 3rd, 2008, Harris County, 180 days in jail. So that one was reduced. March of 2014, forging identification cards in Cuyahoga County, Ohio, 1 year probation. Same charge, same probation, so that's 2 in Ohio. March of 2014, aggravated theft in Ohio, another probation, the same date, but still another charge. March of 2014, attempted drug possession, pled guilty, 1 year probation. March of 2014, same thing in Ohio. Possessing criminal tools, probation, all of that. It was at the same time, but still different cases. November of 2014, forgery, 2 cases, got probations in those. I'm gonna run out of fingers. March, another one, a theft, aggravated theft in Ohio in 2014. Then we go to Sutton County, Texas, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuous smuggling of persons for pecuniary benefit, and that's the 10-year probation that you're on in 5 different cases. That's not correct.
No.
So how many cases are you on probation for in Sutton County?
It all ran together. So
I understand it all.
It's one.
It doesn't run, but that's not how it works.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where we leave it. Crystal Dogan walked into court with a deal on the table: probation, fines, restitution. But after the judge weighed her criminal history, the contradictions, and finally her explosive courtroom behavior, the plea was rejected. Her case reset, and her bond raised dramatically. It's a sobering reminder. Past choices in courtroom conduct matter just as much as the facts of the case. If you found this breakdown as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom analysis. Until next time, stay sharp.
Yes, ma'am.
When it runs together, it just means you're serving it at this. I'm rejecting the plea agreement. I'm resetting your case for 3 weeks. We'll see you back in 3 weeks. Y'all can talk about it then. You're at, ma'am,
What?
this is not going to help. Well, looks like you did that, not me. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Which, come on, hold on, get her, don't let her go. Come back. Everybody heard it.
You're bullshit.
Come back.
You're a lawyer.
Oh, my lawyer, he was bullshit. I didn't say that.
You don't talk like that to anybody in this case because he didn't do this either, you did. He did get you he did a great job. I'm going to find at this time that your bond is not sufficient because of your attitude and because of your
I had a little work. So I'm going to lose my dog and everything too?
Well, maybe you shouldn't cuss at your lawyer. Maybe you shouldn't have this attitude here in the courtroom. I'm going to raise your bond. What's the bond currently set at? Don't cry now after saying it's bullshit to him and acting like this in here. Stop. No, you're going to make it worse. You're just going to make it worse. You should, when I told you a minute ago to stop, you should have stopped when I told you to. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. Go back with the bailiff.
You don't have to push on me like that. You don't have to put this on me. I'm not doing that.